Hi, welcome to my channel, The Divine Storm 369 Tarot and Oracle. Thank you so much for joining me. And this pick a card reading today is a message for those who are struggling with their deepest regret. Okay, so a lot of times we can make choices in our life that lead us to a very deep and heavy sense of regret immediately after or much later after those decisions. And some of these regrets can be very hard to talk about. A lot of these regrets is something that people carry with them as a wound that never gets revealed, never gets talked about. So a lot of these can be a very painful secret that is hard to resolve because it's so hard for people to really talk about it and talk through it. Okay, so I'm going to have three options here. I'm going to pull three cards so you could choose with pictures, but I'll also put some crystals on it as well. Okay, and then you can make your selection and we'll start with the reading. Okay, so Spirit has selected three cards for you to choose from, and I've selected three crystals for you to choose from. Okay, the first card that you could choose for pile number one or group number one is number 29, which breaks down to an 11. And it says anger and chains. Okay, this is for group number one, pile number one. The crystal to go along with that is the rose quartz heart. Okay. For group number two, in the second choice, we have a number 5. Okay, and this is gilded regret. And the crystal I chose to go along with that is this black heart crystal. Okay. For the third group and the third card I have chosen is a number 2, and it is the temple of my body. Okay, and it is pile number 3, and we have the carnelian heart to go along with that. Okay. So I will just give you a moment to meditate on these cards and the crystals, make your selection, and then head over to the timestamp, which will be listed in the description box or down in the comments. group number 1, this is a message to you about your deepest regret. So you chose the card Anger and Chains, and you also chose the Rose Quartz, which tells me that there's a lot of emotional healing that definitely needs to take place, and using Rose Quartz could really help to calm and soothe some of the very strong, raw, and intense emotions that you feel about this regret. Okay, with Anger and Chains, I feel that you're still so angry about whatever this is, and I feel like you're angry at others over this regret. So I feel like for you, you were led to make a choice that you deeply regret, or a choice that was not best for you, even though you were told that it was. Okay, and I feel like there is so much anger towards that, because I feel that this is an energy to where you have been deceived or lied to in order for you to make a certain choice that has led you to this regret. Okay, and so there's a lot of anger still to this day, and I just feel a lot of very strong and raw emotions connected to that. Okay, so no matter how long ago this has happened, I feel that it still hurts you. To this day, it still feels like it hurts. Okay. I also feel like another reason why you feel so angry about this is because this decision that you made, like I said, you were deceived or misled into making this decision, but it's like I feel that it's like all of this people, this energy, this deceptive energy has been woven all around you in like a million different ways, is what Spirit is telling me here. Okay, so it feels very hard for you to break free from that. It feels very hard for you to break free from this anger. And what Spirit is telling me is you wear your anger like chains to your soul. Okay. I also feel like there's so much anger here because I think you've held this in. I think that you haven't spoken about that. You've really held it in, and you might feel like you're not able, or you feel uncomfortable bringing this up to the people who have misled you or deceived you. Okay, and the reason why is because you feel so like enmeshed with these people in a million different ways. Maybe it was your own family. Maybe it was people that you see every day, a community that you see every day. Maybe it was like coworkers, people that you thought you could trust. Okay, not necessarily that you should trust your coworkers. That's totally not what I'm saying, right? But I'm just saying these are people you generally see very often, okay, and that are very enmeshed in your everyday life. I also feel like the people around you who have deceived you and misled you, the feeling I'm getting from you is that they would not understand why you're angry. It's like they would be looking at you like, oh my goodness, this person's so unstable, if you were to ever express your feelings towards them and your anger towards them. So these people are very dismissive, okay? Yeah, I feel like these people, like they would look at you and they see you as unreasonable, or they see you as, yeah, just not able to reason with like no restraint. That type of energy. But really, it's the opposite. Okay, it's the opposite. The people around you, they actually don't have the ability to reason. They actually have no restraint. And that is why these people who misled you and deceived you into making bad decisions, they really believed they were doing the right thing. Okay, because they themselves don't have the reason and the logic skills and the restraint that you actually have. How much restraint must you have, honestly, to hold this much intense feelings and frustrations inside for this long, right? Like Spirit saying you are actually the one who has all the restraint. You are actually the one who has all the logic, all the reason. And that's the reason why you're even feeling this anger, okay? Because you do have that ability. So there's a whole group of people who are really projecting onto you, okay? And like I said, what Spirit is also telling me is that these people, they didn't mislead you. They didn't deceive you because they wanted to hurt you. They misled you and they deceived you because they were also misled, because they were also deceived. And they truly thought it was the right thing to do, okay? So that feels very important, that Spirit really wants that message coming out. All right, so let's get some more cards here. Okay. A message about group number one's deepest regret. Okay, we have lunar eclipse, change. So with lunar eclipse, lunar eclipses are extremely significant, and they do represent an omen, okay, and a sign, okay, that things are about to change drastically for you. And I think that what you are longing for, you're longing for change, okay? And I think the fact that you have not brought about that change, or you have not been able, you feel not able to bring about the change you want because you are so enmeshed in these other people, this other situation, that really is not serving you anymore, right? And then also I'm getting May 16th. Okay, I'm getting the date of May 16th for you. And I feel like you've been in this situation for a very long time. I have to say, I think you've been in this situation for a very long time. And I think what you truly want is to break free. That is what I'm getting here, to break free from your current situation, the current people around you, everything you've been enmeshed in. I just feel the need, the longing, the want to break free. Okay, and we have a number 7 here. And a 43, so the 43 might also resonate with some of you, but 7 is about perseverance and overcoming an adverse situation. I also feel like for you, it's like you are so much more emotionally intelligent than the people around you, okay, that they may not understand you, or what you're trying to say, or why things bother you, or what that they do. They're not as an emotionally intelligent as you are, okay? So they might see you as being unreasonable or erratic or unable to logic, but that's not true, okay? Like I said, it's the opposite. It's just that you are a lot more emotionally intelligent than the people around you, which could be why they're giving you such a hard time as well. All right. And I think you've been wanting change. You may have been praying, asking Spirit, asking your angels, your spirit guides, your higher self to bring in drastic change. And if you have, this is the sign that you will receive this drastic change that you've been wanting, that you've been asking for and praying for. Okay. All right, so let's pull another card. Spirit's message about group number one's deepest regret. Okay. We have Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. And this is a 44, so I'm seeing 444 here. So that could be an extra clarifier for you. You could be seeing 444. So with this card, it tells me you have been in a situation or with people that it feels very, very unnatural for you. And I feel like you could get triggered by these people at times. They might even be like, oh my gosh, this, you have an anger problem, all this stuff, because they trigger you. And the reason why they trigger you is because this is an unnatural situation for you. And I think they put you in an unnatural situation for you by you following their advice, okay, by you listening to them. Because again, it's like you are so different from these people, and you are very highly emotionally intelligent, that some of these people cannot grasp the reasoning that actually goes on within your mind. And so something that you will deeply regret might not bother them at all. They might not even think twice about it. You know what I mean? But because you are different, you see the world differently, you think differently, it could definitely bother you. All right. But yeah, I just feel it is unnatural for you. It's like you're meant to be in a different environment. This is not, you're not in your element here. Okay. And, your deepest regret might actually be like leaving home and putting yourself in an environment that is unnatural for you and really feeling that it's unnatural, or leaving a place that you considered to be home and felt comfortable in, and moving into a situation that feels very unnatural. Okay. For some of you, I'm really picking that up. Okay, let's get another card here. I think you also don't feel appreciated. You don't feel wanted by the people around you, needed by the people around you. And it's like it sucks because you feel like, you've allowed these people to mislead you because you trusted them. And it's like they have really messed up your life in some way, to where, not your life, but like they've really messed up in misleading you to a regret that you have. And it's like they don't think twice about it. They continue on while you're carrying this weight, this anger, and this sadness about whatever this is. Look at this card. We got follow your own good advice. Yeah, do not listen to these people is what Spirit is saying. Okay, follow your own good advice. Don't follow the advice of those who think they know what's best for you, because the truth is they don't. And I think that you're having to learn that in a very hard way. Okay, and it hurts, and you're angry, and that's understandable. Okay, so we have number 9 and a number 10. Curiouser and curiouser, discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. And then with the number 10, follow your own good advice, trust yourself. You know what is best for you. So yeah, these people told you something was best for you that wasn't. And now you're carrying this regret. And I feel like your eyes are watering up, or I feel like you think about this regret and your eyes water up quite often, because I'm seeing watery eyes, watery eyes. So your eyes water up thinking about this, and then that sadness, it turns to anger, which you feel like you can't express. So you feel weird, you feel off in the situation, you feel you've been misled, because you have been misled. You have been misled. Okay? So Spirit's saying, you know what? It's time for you to learn how to trust yourself so this does not happen again. Okay? You actually know what's best for you. You actually know what will make you the most comfortable. You actually know what's natural and feels comfortable to you, not anyone else, okay? And Spirit wants to make that very clear. And when you see 444, particularly for you, that number means that it's time for you, and it's a reminder from Spirit, that number means that it's time for you to start building that foundation of trust, in yourself, okay? Building that new foundation of trust within you, being able to trust yourself, being able to give yourself advice and follow that advice because you know what's best for you, okay? All right, so let's get a tarot card. All right, we have the Magician in reverse. So this is clarifying, yes, these people, they have misled you. They have deceived you. They have led you astray. And this has happened more than once. Okay, but with the Magician, Spirit wants you to know that you have all the power and resources within yourself. Okay, that you don't have to be misled again. All right, so you are the Magician. You are powerful. You have all the answers. All you have to do is tap into your intuition. Okay. So let's get another tarot card. I have Aries here. I have Cancerian energy here as well. I have Saggy. Okay, I have Capricorn. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles. All right, so I think with this card, you have been holding on to the circumstance, the situation, the people who have deceived you. Okay, so Spirit also wants to remind you, yes, they've been leading you astray. Yes, they have been deceiving you. And guess what? It's not because they want to hurt you. It's because they literally don't know any better. All right, but Spirit wants to remind you that you are holding on to the situation. Okay, so you can also let go. You have all the power in the situation. You just have to realize it. Okay, you just have to realize you have all the power and you can let go of this situation. You could free yourself from those chains of anger and regret. Okay, so Spirit wants you to know that. All right, so let's pull another card. So we have the Three of Cups, the right hand of God, fame and renown, influences and commerce, voyages and great discoveries. So Spirit is wanting you to look at your future because you have a very bright future. And I definitely feel like, you know, you felt different, you felt weird, you felt odd, you felt like the black sheep in this community. All right, with these group of people, and the Three of Cups is really clarifying that. But the reason why you felt different in the situation is because you are different, okay? And Spirit is wanting you to break free of their influences, okay? And take your own journey within, a spiritual journey and also an outward journey, because you have great discoveries about yourself in front of you. And I'm also seeing for some of you, this could be quite literally like fame and renown and extreme like popularity once you start following your own advice and following yourself, okay? So I have Taurus here. I have Cancerian energy and Aries. But you don't have to be those signs, right? This is just extra clarification for my subscribers. All right, so let's get a couple more cards here. Okay, so you got the Ten of Ariel. There's so very much to be grateful for, okay? Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. All right, so you know, the message that's coming out with this card is that you don't have to hold on to people who are not good for you. All right. And you may look at these people like family or like your community, like your best friends. But the truth is, you have a very rewarding family life promised to you. Okay. But if you stay in this situation that you are in, and you know, the Three of Cups here is clarifying this as well. If you stay with the situation you are in, you're holding that anger, you're chaining yourself to a situation that does not make you feel good, that you know you're out of place of. It's like you're not allowing those rewards to come in, because I'm seeing for someone out there who has chosen this pile that you're going to have so much to be grateful for. And I know right now I hear you say, yeah, right, because for some of you that's chosen this pile, you can't really think of that much there is to be grateful for right now in your life because of what you're going through. Okay, but Spirit is saying there's so very much to be grateful for. Okay, you just have to allow those rewards to come in. And for someone, again, who has chosen this pile, I'm seeing financial success. I'm seeing fame for you. All right. But definitely there's people around you right now that are holding you back, and you've been holding on to them because you're afraid of being alone, because you're afraid of not having that support system, that foundation, that base, that family, right? But Spirit's promising you, it's in your cards that you will have a very rich and rewarding family life, okay? And for those of you who want children, I'm seeing children with this card in the future, okay? All right, so you don't have to worry about being alone, certainly. Okay, so let's get one more card. Okay, so we have the green here, which is reminding me of the heart chakra, and I'm seeing all the green here. And you also chose the pink rose quartz, which is also the heart chakra. So your heart chakra is so cloudy. Your heart chakra is so heavy and blocked over the situation, because your feelings and you just feel like your soul has really just been hurt and crushed through deception. So I'm so sorry to see the hurt and pain that you feel towards this. All right, but you can feel satisfaction with yourself. You can feel happy with yourself and your situation again. Okay, so it says here, you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are, because the people around you, they were trying to define who you are. They were not satisfied with you. They were not satisfied with who you are, and I feel like they did not approve of you, right? But the good news is you can approve of yourself, and you don't need anyone else to define who you are. And actually, only you can do that. If anyone else is trying to define you, they are either jealous or they're just a liar, because only you can define who you are. All right? So, Spirit is trying to guide you. All right? Spirit is giving you advice, and it's coming from your own very soul. So let the energy of love guide you out of the situation to your self-approval, okay, so that others will see who you are, okay? You will be attracting people to you who really see you for who you are, because the people around you have not, all right? So that's the message I have for you, group number 1. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you later. Bye. Hi, group number 2. For those of you who have chosen the Blackstone and Gilded Regret, and it is a number 5. So I'm feeling conflict from you, a lot of conflict. And I feel that with this regret, whatever it was, it's like it changed everything for you. It changed everything. And I feel this want, this need, this longing to go back to the past. And I feel like you've been living in this moment over and over and over again. I feel like there is definitely some trauma for you that is connected to this regret. So you may have made this choice, this regret, while you were in a state of trauma and didn't even realize it. Okay? But I just feel like you just wanting to go back to the past. Okay? I feel like since this has happened, it's like you've been in a dream state. It's like you have not been in the now. You have not been in the present. And I also feel like for this regret, it could be some sort of option that you have missed in the past. It could be something that you have lost, or something you ran away from, and now you're deeply, deeply regretting it. And I'm feeling like just this feeling of almost like a depression, a dark night of the soul stemming from that. And I think that while you're living in the past, Spirit is saying, it's like you've been asleep. It's time to wake up now, okay? This living in the past, this regret that you're carrying around constantly has honestly been a drain on your energy. It has been a drain on your opportunities, and it's been a drain on your future. I think that you, pile number 2, is my pile who sit around saying, what if, or maybe, or I could have done this, I should have done this, what if I would have done this, what if, could have, would have, should have. And a Spirit is saying, you know what, those ifs, those could haves, those would haves, those should haves, those are gone. Okay? So whatever has come to pass, that is what has come to pass. And you cannot go back into the past. Okay? You don't have the power to go back into the past and change things. You don't have the power to go back into the past and correct what you've given up or what you've lost. Okay? But you do have the power to not allow that one mistake to drain your future, to drain your present. You have that power. You have the power to change it all right now. You have the power to attract whatever it is that you lost back into your life. Okay? And I feel like at the time, like this could be something that you ran from, something that was something that you truly wanted, but you got scared and ran the other way. Okay, this could be an opportunity that you missed or lost. It could be losing a competition, losing a scholarship, a job, a missed opportunity. It could be someone else getting an opportunity or a job over us, feeling like we're not good enough. Okay, and I feel like this general feeling of, wow, things were so good before when I had this. Things were so great when I was doing this, or when I had this opportunity, or when I had this job, or whatever it is. And Spirit's like, you know what? That's great, yeah, but you're letting it hinder your current energy, and you're letting it hinder your future. This is a drain on you energetically. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some more cards here. Wow, those really, really came out quickly, We got Mars. Oh my gosh, number 5. Mars force number 5. So 5, 5. Okay, which is a number of competition. So you may have lost a competition, lost a contest, feel like you're not doing good enough. Mars is also divine masculine energy. It's also like forceful energy, brute force. For some of you, you're runners. You run. Okay, that's just a random message I'm getting. But for some of you, you were too forceful about a certain thing. I'm also seeing 7th house partners. So this could be a relationship that you've lost, a marriage that you've lost. Okay. And I think that the reason why it was lost is either because there was competition that you had in the relationship. And I feel like this energy of just saying, wow, if I could only just go back to that time before this other person came into our life. Or if I could just only go back to that time in our relationship when everything was perfect, right? And if this is a lost relationship, it's like you've been mourning that relationship. You have been spending so much time, so much energy focusing on how good it was and wishing you could just be back in your person's arms or in their energy for just 5 minutes, you know, saying to yourself in your heart, in your soul, you'd give anything up to just be with them again for 5 minutes. And it's a regret that you have, something about the relationship where you was too forceful, you argued with this person that you had a relationship with, and now the relationship is over or different, and you're wishing that you could just go back to the past. All right, and this is a regret that you've been struggling with very deeply. Okay, and yeah, this was a partner that you had. This could have even been a marriage, a significant other with the 7th house and with Mars energy. So you regret feeling like you were too forceful. You feel like you were too demanding, like you asked too much of this person. And for some of you, there was a third party who entered the connection. And this is either on your part or on your person's part. But there's deep regret for this third party entering, and a wish and a want to go back to the time before they entered into the dynamic, before they entered into the relationship. Okay. And the reason why you're seeing 2 5s, okay, this is conflict. Yes, there was conflict, but you're drawing in more conflict for yourself by staying in that energy. And the reason why you have 2 5s here is because Spirit is reminding you with the 2 5s, and when you see 2 5s, that this energy is in the past. It's in the past, and that you have already missed so many opportunities for yourself just because you are so focused on the past. There has been new opportunities that you have really overlooked, that you could have had, that you could have taken, regardless of what it is. You could have had whatever it is you're mourning again. But you've missed it and you've overlooked it because you have been living and wishing to go back into the past, okay? So Spirit really wants you to be more focused on being in the present, living in the present. Okay, let's go ahead and get you another card here. Message about group number 2. Okay, we have the Angel of Alchemy, a miracle. Okay, so Spirit also wants to remind you here that miracles can absolutely happen. Okay, I think that with this situation, it's like you've lost some faith, you've lost some trust, you've lost hope in the universe, you have lost your belief in miracles, you have like lost some of your magic here. And so Spirit wants to remind you that miracles can happen, and they do happen. Okay, and this is a number 3, which signifies new beginnings, abundant new beginnings. Okay, so there is an abundant new beginning and a miracle that is about to happen for you, that is about to enter into your life. And I do believe this could be a partner, okay? This could be a new love, is what I'm seeing here, but you have to be open to it. And with the Angel of Alchemy, Spirit wants to remind you that life is about changes, and life is about us embracing those changes, trusting in the universe, and moving forward, adapting to those changes, and allowing ourselves to grow through that adaptation. And that's why Angel of Alchemy is coming out here. So Spirit wants to remind you that even this is a part of life. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get another card. Okay. Spirit, please tell me more for pile number 2. A message for pile number 2's deepest regret. Okay, so we have keep your temper. It's a number 20. Don't allow anger to rule you. So I think you're very angry at yourself. I think that you could be struggling with your anger as well. Okay, because of the situation, what happened here. All right, and Spirit is saying, you know what? Be open to miracles. We have 2120. So this regret could have happened during 2021, like last year, and you've been struggling with this ever since. I think that you might also have been struggling to keep your temper. You might be short with people, irritated, losing your temper very easily, and it's because you're not fully present in the moment, okay? And you're irritated because you're constantly seeking to go back to which like you cannot time travel to the past, right? And it's like you're constantly seeking to do that. And so because of that, it's like you're triggered, you're angry, you're irritated, and you may not even know why. You may not even realize that that is the reason why, okay? So I think you have been so angry at yourself, and I think that for you, you may have had anger issues in the past is one of the messages coming out here, that you allowed your anger to get to you. All right, you could have like in the past, like just feel very angry, and you allowed that to get to you. And for some of you, you feel like your deepest regret is that you allowed that to destroy your relationship, or you allowed that anger to destroy your partnership, is what I'm seeing. Okay, so this is learning how to not allow anger to rule you. And it's like now you wish for them to come back. You want to go back to the past. You feel like you have so much to say to this person, so much left unsaid. And it's like the temper, the conflict that you went through, the arguments. It's like that is what has kept you apart. And so there's a deep, deep regret and anger, even with yourself, because of this, blaming yourself as well. But it takes two. That's why we have two. It really takes two. And the other person here may not have taken responsibility, right, in the situation, but you have. You saying, I allowed my temper to rule me in the situation. This is you taking responsibility, but you don't have to take all the blame, all the responsibility, because just like relationships, it takes two. It also takes two to diffuse an argument, to calm down a heated discussion, okay? So if one person is throwing fuel on the fire and the other person's like trying to put it out, it's not going to work. It's still going to grow bigger. And so I think that the person that you may have been with like to guilt you, and that could be something you're kind of smoothing over. And you might be used to taking all the blame when something like this has happened. Okay. But you don't have to take the blame, not all of it. You've taken responsibility, Spirit's saying, and now it's time to move on. Now it's time to allow alchemy and magic to transform and change what's going on in your life, but you have to be open to it, okay? So anger is not wrong. It's not unnatural. It just is. It's natural, okay? But when we're seeking the help of others, it's best to not get angry if they do things a little bit differently, all right? And I think it's just important for you, group number 2, to learn how to communicate about your anger, or just learning how to communicate. I think that you feel lost, you feel isolated right now, and I think that a part of you has really isolated yourself, because I think that you're trying to punish yourself for, having this anger, or, arguing and this relationship ending, but that's not helpful, and you definitely do not deserve that. Anger is a natural feeling, okay? So you feel like you're running out of patience. Also, I think that there's just this general feeling that everyone around you are not cooperative. You feel like they're evasive, and it's like they bother you, and it's because your circumstance right now is bothering you, is what I'm seeing here. So there is the need to keep your temper cool and check in with yourself, okay? Just remind yourself that you will go further when you harness your power and use it at the right time, which is, by the way, not right now. Okay, so being angry right now is not going to help you, is another thing that Spirit wants to know. Not being angry with yourself and not being angry with others. But what is going to help you is not unleashing that anger, okay? Not saying whatever you wish to say, lashing out, expressing your anger and frustration, heated conversations. All these things are things to kind of move away from, stay away from right now. And just a general willingness to stay calm. I think that a lot of times you believe that a heated conversation or aggression leads to a breakthrough, that you'll have some sort of breakthrough in the communication or in the relationship, okay? But a lot of times it does the opposite, okay? It adds on more that needs to be worked through and expressed and talked through. I think that in the past you may have also felt like entitled to express emotions without any thought for consequences or how it would make the other person feel. And I think there's a deep regret that you're feeling about this too as well, now that it's ended or now that the relationship has changed in some kind of way, okay? So anger management might be very helpful for you, and like talk therapy. I'm really feeling talk therapy. It could be very helpful for you. I'm also feeling like getting an animal, bonding with an animal, especially a cat, is what I'm seeing, because cats are pretty much self-sufficient. Okay, but that could also help you, all right, emotionally, because what I'm seeing here is someone who's struggling, okay, is struggling with their emotions and doesn't know how to express it fully. And definitely, I feel like you're beating yourself up over it. You're angry with yourself, and again, you do not deserve that. And I think that you see this anger as a part of you. You feel like you can't imagine yourself or your life without it. And you feel like it would take a miracle for that to happen, right? But Spirit's like, it can happen. It really can happen. All it takes is a willingness, okay? So let's go ahead and pull a tarot card for you. Okay. So we have Temperance in reverse. So this is finding balance and moderation. And I think that with Temperance in reverse, it's definitely feeling overwhelmed with your circumstances. You might actually, what I'm getting here is for you, you might have an issue with like overstimulation and not realize it. You might also be like able to be diagnosed with this. And there's a few things that I'm seeing that it could be. Okay, but overall, it's like needing help moderating, okay, or feeling balanced within yourself. I'm seeing an imbalance, okay, and I feel like this could be like a chemical imbalance for you that can be very easily like fixed, okay, but it just takes the willingness to do so. All right, and definitely like don't blame yourself. Don't kick yourself. Don't be mad at yourself. Don't, there is no need for that. And honestly, if this is like a chemical imbalance, it's honestly not your fault. And I'm seeing here that this behavior was like a crying out for help. You just didn't even realize it yourself. You just didn't even realize that you were crying out for help. So it irritated you. And in turn, it irritated those around you. Okay? So don't kick yourself. You deserve to have the help that you need and that you want. And that you've always deserved to have. And I'm sorry that people didn't see your cry for help. And I'm sorry people didn't hear it. And I'm sorry that you were judged. Okay? Instead of offered help. But do not beat yourself up over it. All right, let's get another card. Yeah, I feel like for you, even in the past, like you've tried to be aware of these issues. You've tried very hard, and it's like still, it's like you would lash out or, cause, like, not cause, but this conflict would come out. You would just say things without thinking, and it, it's just this anger welling up in you. And even when you tried, it's like you could not stop it from happening. And like I said, this is the imbalance here, okay? So in a way, it's like it wasn't even your fault. It partially was, but partially was due to the imbalance here, okay? And, those around you who loved you, who love you and care for you should have seen and recognized this. All right, so let's go ahead and pull another tarot card. Yeah, we got the Two of Pentacles. So this is really struggling again with the Two of Pentacles. Okay, this is going back and forth, back and forth. And I feel like this pentacle is your anger. This pentacle is you, the other side of you, and you're constantly struggling with the two. You're constantly juggling them, and it feels like you're walking on eggshells and you're walking a tightrope every day of your life, okay? And it's like you're bound to drop one of those pentacles at some point, and that's when the anger comes out. Again, with Temperance here, it's like this is an imbalance, okay? And it can be adjusted. It can be worked on. It's not going to take a miracle. It really isn't. It's just going to take the willingness to go and speak, and just the willingness to see what's going on here, okay? The willingness to be helped, really, and going to the right place to be helped. All right, so let's go ahead and pull another card. Okay, so we have the Emperor. Wow, we got the Emperor twice here. So for some of you, this is your divine masculine, and this is the reason why you just cannot forgive yourself, okay? So it says here, the Emperor, like unto God, all right, gives safe travel, protects against conspiracies, all right. So you are being protected. Your masculine is being protected. I'm seeing the number 42. I think, first of all, I think politics. I'm getting that with the Emperor twice. Please stay away from that. I feel like it irritates you. I feel like it brings you to a bad place. And I think that generally right now, the political environment is very unhealthy, very triggering, and it's certainly not good for anyone who is struggling mentally, is what I'm seeing. So, Spirit's advising against that, but your divine masculine might be a political authority, okay, is what I'm seeing here. Just take what resonates. I think you have problems feeling safe as well, especially while you're traveling. Spirit wants you to know this is a journey within yourself and you are safe. You will be safe. And you are being protected. Okay. I also feel that sometimes it's like you feel like others are like teaming up against you, or you feel that, I don't know, like the world is against you, like people are like ganging up together trying to do something to you or something like that. And Spirit wants you to know that part of that feeling is the imbalance, but also you are being protected against anyone teaming up against you, okay, and bullying you in that way, all right? It's going to be okay. I just want to give you a hug right now because I feel how much you've been struggling, and Spirit really wants me to tell you it's going to be okay. All right? You don't have anything to fear. You don't have anything to be ashamed of. Okay? Sometimes it takes a while to figure these types of things out. All right? So we have the Knight of Ariel here. Look how beautiful this picture is. Planting beautiful seeds. And you know what? This is the Knight of Cups. So I feel that you have not lost your person. You have not lost your divine masculine like you believe. I'm seeing the month of April and May. Something may have happened during April and May. Okay? But it says here, there's so much to accomplish for you. Okay? Your mission is not over. You have not lost your mission. You have not lost your journey. There's still so much for you to accomplish, but it's very important to make a plan right now, okay? Spirit also wants you to know that you are being watched over by someone very kind, all right? Someone very trustworthy, understanding. So I'm seeing here that that's the real you. The real you is someone who's extremely devoted, someone who's actually really funny, someone who is so understanding and trustworthy and, devoted even to a fault. But a lot of times the real you is unable to shine because of, the anger that you feel sometimes, okay? And again, this is just the imbalance, so please do not kick yourself. And I think you also have problems feeling safe. And Spirit wants you to know that you are safe and you are... I'm also feeling for you, group number 2, you have a passed over loved one who is watching over you. This person was very kind, very devoted to you in some way, and they're very trustworthy. And this is someone that you shared secret with, and they're watching over you, okay? You are protected against any, conspirators against you. You are protected, okay? So we have humility here. You have developed the loving awareness that you and everyone else are on the same but different paths, okay? So you're different, okay? You have a different past. You've had different struggles than other. And I think you've looked at yourself as not good enough, as too angry, as defective in some sort of way. And that is simply not true. Okay? You are developing the awareness, okay, that you do have a different path than others. And that's completely 100% okay. All right? And again, there's no need to be angry with yourself. There's no need to kick yourself or be angry with anyone else. All right? Everything's going to be okay. You got this. All right? And again, there is this imbalance. So getting that checked out, by a professional, and just, see if that helps, if this is really resonating with you. Okay? So the signs I have here are Libra, Aries, I have Scorpio, I have Sagittarius, I have Taurus. Okay. So that's the reading that I have for you. Thank you so much. I'm wishing you the best, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi, group number 3, for those of you who have chosen the Temple of My Body with the carnelian heart. Okay, and the carnelian stone really, to me, represents the root chakra and the sacral chakra. So I definitely feel like your sacral chakra is off. You are feeling very unconfident. I feel like you've cried 1,000 tears. You've cried so much. You've cried so much over this. I definitely feel that this was extremely painful, but I'm seeing a physical pain with you. Okay, so this regret involves physical pain. I feel like in the past for you, you have made decisions to where you did not respect your body. You may not have respected who you are. You may not have respected yourself physically, and you may have, hurt yourself in the past. You may have hurt a part of you, or something on your body, something inside of your body. Okay, I feel that you also undervalued yourself. You may have been in relationships where they were abusive, and you stayed in that way, harming yourself, thinking that you deserve this. You may have, I automatically knew with this card it was going to be the hardest pile, the hardest group, with the deepest regret to read for, because this regret is interweaved with the body. Okay, so I'm seeing it's a soul regret, but it's in the body as well. So you have mistreated your body severely. You felt you were not worth much. And for some of you, and this is not for everyone, okay, but for some of you, you have undervalued yourself sexually. You've undervalued sex. For some of you in the past, you've been very promiscuous, or have even accepted money for sex, okay? And there's a deep, deep regret about that now. For some of you, it's not respecting your body in the sense to where you have ate very unhealthy, or you have not exercised, or you have let something within your body or outside of your body let something go or get out of control. And for some of you, you have brought on an illness or a sickness onto yourself, and there's a deep, deep, deep remorse and regret there. Okay, and it's you didn't know the value of yourself, okay, is what I'm seeing. And because you didn't know your own value, you let others undervalue you. You really, I feel that in the past, it's like you have really cheapened yourself and really, really just treated yourself or your body like it was not a temple, like it was something that didn't mean much to you. And for some of you, this is abusing your body through like drugs or alcohol. Okay, and there's a deep regret here over it. So let's get some more cards, okay? All right, for group number 3, about the deepest regret, we have part of fortune increase, okay? So I do feel like the issues that you have with your body are also connected to the issues that you have regarding money, okay? These two are interwoven with you. This is a karmic, very hard and harsh, painful karmic lesson to be learned, okay? With part of fortune, again, this is undervaluing yourself. And this could even be harming yourself or harming your body, something within your body, for money or for economic reasons. And there's like a deep, deep regret that you have now about that with part of fortune here. So while you thought you was doing what was best for yourself at that time, you didn't realize that it was one of the worst things you could have done till now, right? And I'm just channeling your energy. And it's like with this card, I think that you realize now that you have harmed yourself in that way. You have really harmed yourself psychically, emotionally, by undervaluing your own body, not realizing what a precious gift it is to have a body, a physical body, to hold our soul so that we can interact with the world around us and the people around us. It really is such a gift. And you didn't realize that in the past. And there's such a deep, deep regret here that I really do feel you have cried a million tears. Okay, Spirit is telling me to wear silver. Okay, silver is going to help calm and soothe those emotions, and silver is also connected to the moon as well. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some more cards. And it's like you feel, or you're looking back on it and you feel like you have defiled like your body in some way, is what I'm seeing here. But it's like at the time you were so numb, you undervalued yourself, and I really feel like you were going through an abusive cycle. So whether this is being abusive to yourself or someone else, okay? Someone else doing that to you. So we have a number 22. Set your course. All right. Know where you wish to go. Have a plan. And this time take the right direction, is what Spirit is saying here. So I'm going to pull one more and then we'll go ahead and take a look at them. Okay. So we have Nautilus Princess, powerful personal growth. Okay. So first of all, I just want to point out that Spirit wants to show you, wants you to look at yourself, really look at yourself and see how much you have grown from your past self. Okay, you are no longer undervaluing yourself the way that you were, and you still struggle with self-worth. You still struggle with self-esteem, right? But you are nowhere near where you were in the past. So you have shown such beautiful and powerful personal growth that Spirit wants to give you a round of applause. Spirit is patting you on the back because you don't understand. And I don't think you always take a second to look and see how much you have learned, how much you have grown. Okay. I'm also seeing, here's another 4. So we have 4, 4, 4. for you. So you could be seeing 444, and when you see 444, and I'm also seeing 222, all right, I think there's fears that you have that because of the way that you have disrespected yourself in the past, you have fears that no one will ever love you, that you're not worthy of a real relationship or a healthy relationship. You have fears that, you have like destroyed that option for yourself. And when you see 222, this is a reminder to you that you have not, okay, that you really have not destroyed that in yourself. There is someone out there who's going to love you, who's going to cherish you, okay? But first you have to learn how to love yourself, all right? But yes, there is someone out there who's going to cherish every part of you, inside and out, okay? They're going to love the crap out of you, all right? And you're going to see this, all right? You just have to believe it. But yeah, Spirit's saying, look how much you have grown. Why are you still kicking yourself? Why are you still putting yourself through this? You have grown so much, okay? And you have a lot of personal fortune in your future in regards to relationships, in regards to money, okay? All of these are connected to a deep, deep karmic wound that you have surrounding relationships that is also tied to money. And I do feel like this could be going back, all the way back to a past life, okay? But in this lifetime, you're facing it. And I think you don't even realize how much you've actually healed from the past, to where you no longer are selling yourself short the way that you were before, right? You're no longer doing that. And that in itself shows a powerful personal growth that you have accomplished. Okay, so Spirit wants you to set your course right now. Stop focusing on the past. Stop focusing on who you once were, and focus on who you are now and who you are becoming. All right, it's time to set a plan, set a course for you. Know where you wish to go, and make that plan and take the right steps to get there. And that's the reason why we're going to make a plan first, right? So that we have the steps laid out for us, so we know exactly what it is that we need to do, all right? So that we don't make the same mistakes that we did in the past. We can set reminders for ourselves while we make this list. Hey, this time, when I get a red flag about another person, I'm going to listen. Hey, this time when I'm struggling with my self-worth, I'm going to work on meditating that energy out of me, away from me. Okay, I'm going to work on my spiritual growth. So you have acquired the tools to handle this. And Spirit wants you to know that you have all the tools that you need. Okay, you only have to believe in yourself now. All right, so let's get some more cards here. Well, first let's go ahead and take a deeper look at this card, because I feel there's a message here for you as well. So I'm seeing the spiral here, which always, it reminds me of like DNA changes, is what I'm seeing here. So you could be experiencing changes in your health, changes in your body, okay? And again, Spirit is saying, to set your course, to have a plan, and go in the right direction. And the reason why you're seeing all of these changes in yourself and in your body is because you have shown and stepped into such powerful personal growth and spiritual growth that it is taking shape and taking hold in the 3D, in the physical. Okay, you could also be getting physical symptoms from the past, from what you've been through, that are trying to come out and purge through your body. Okay, so it's really important to do some releasing work. You can do releasing meditations. There's a lot of them on YouTube for you to choose from. Just choose the one you feel most comfortable with doing. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and pull a tarot card. We have the Five of Swords. All right, so yeah, this is recovering from abuse on yourself and abuse from others, okay? Spirit wants you to know that it's time for you to step into the future. It's time for you to step into your power and not accept that type of abuse from anyone, including yourself. Okay, so it's time to start checking yourself against abusive thoughts that you have towards yourself, abusive behaviors that you have towards yourself, and abusive words that you have towards yourself. As a matter of fact, pile number 3, do you like to make jokes and place yourself as the bunt of that joke or as the center of that joke, making fun of yourself? Spirit saying, stop this. Okay, I know that you're trying to cover it up and makes light of something that you feel is very heavy, and that's okay. But this is not helping your self-worth. And I think that this is masking a much deeper pain. Okay. So let's go ahead and get another card. And with the Five of Swords, this could be recovering from violence as well. You know, with the Five of Swords. And I think that you have a tendency, of all the groups here, of all 3 groups, you, pile number 3, have the tendency to attract violent people towards you, abusive people towards you. And this is because of your view on yourself, your view on your own body, your view on your self-worth. Okay, and that's why you're attracting these violent people towards you, dangerous people towards you, backstabbers towards you, and betrayers. It's because you feel that way about yourself. You, in the past, have felt on some level like you have deserved what has happened to you. And let me tell you right now, you did not deserve what happened to you. So whatever you need to do to reconcile with that thought that you did not deserve what happened to you at all is what you need to do. Because that's where you start. You did not deserve it, okay? And you have been taking on the energy of your abusers and abusing yourself. So you may have been someone who was used to that type of energy or grew up with that type of energy, but you know now, and I can tell you now, that you don't deserve it, and you're stronger than this. You're more powerful than this. And you are no longer the person that put up with this. You are changed at a DNA level. You are a new person. That is what Spirit is telling me right now. Okay, so let's get another tarot card. Ace of Pentacles. You have a brand new beginning for you. You have a fresh start in front of you. And Spirit is gifting you this fresh start. Okay, I also feel like physically, work on those physical symptoms. Pay attention to them. Spirit doesn't want you to ignore the physical symptoms that you have. Pay attention to them and work with them. And I do feel great healing opportunities for you. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, this is a new beginning that needs to be manifested through the mental energy, through the emotional body, to where you are waking up in the morning. Group number 3, you are looking in the mirror and you are telling yourself, you are so worthy. I love you so much. You are deserving of healthy relationships. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of respect. And I want you to say that again. You are deserving of respect from yourself and from others. I also want you to tell yourself the affirmation, there is no price on you and who you are. You cannot be bought. You cannot be sold. You are a priceless being. Because that is the truth. Okay? And Spirit is saying that to you as well. Spirit is confirming it. Okay, I also feel you have so many opportunities in front of you. Okay, and once you start working with the self-healing, with these affirmations, you are going to see opportunity after opportunity just seeming like it's handed to you. Okay. Okay, so we also have the Eight of Swords. All right, so I think that you are mentally blocked, mentally trapped in your own mind, in this energy for such a long time. And the name on this card is God, Protector and Savior. This whole time you have been protected and you have been saved from a situation because you have saved yourself from it. And so it's important now for you to continue that. Continue to save yourself. Continue to heal yourself. Okay? This is about truth and justice. You might be struggling because you haven't seen any justice for what you've been through. And Spirit and the angels want you to know that justice is coming. Justice will prevail. And that the truth will come out about those who have hurt you. They will not get away with what they have done. All right? So that message is a special message for someone out there. The truth will come out about the people who've hurt you. They're not going to get away with it. All right? They might think they're going to get away with it now, but they're not going to. You have protection from all of your enemies right now. Nothing and no one can harm you but you. So it's very important to clear that energy from your abusers, from the people that hurt you. No longer embodying that energy, letting it go. Okay? Because the only person right now that can hurt you is you, because you are so heavily protected by Spirit, by the angels, and it's because of your powerful personal growth that you have shown. Spirit is so proud of you. Okay. Also, I feel like you also have protection in your finances. Okay, so again, the only one who can steal your finances from you or mess up your finances is you, and that's in the mental body, telling yourself you don't deserve it or that you're worth a lot less than what you deserve. Okay, so you have protection from all of those energies again, because Spirit sees how much growth you've put in, and this is a promised new and fresh start for you. Okay. All right, so let's get another card. That came out so quickly. So you got the Four of Michael. All right, this is insights that come from quiet meditations, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So it's very important for you right now, group number 3, to not be stressed. Okay, to do a lot of stress relieving activities, such as meditating, such as massages, relaxing by running water. Okay, running water has the natural vibration and frequency of sound to relax you, to soothe you. So I think that would also be helpful as well. Okay, Spirit is also saying it's important right now that if you need time off from work or social situation or any situation, to take that time that you need. I also think that because you are healing such deep and such horrendous wounds here, okay, these wounds are so deep that you actually need you need to do physical things to help to heal, because the spiritual energy can only heal so much, and it's draining your energy, and Spirit is saying you need more sleep in order to recover the spiritual wound. So you have to rest more, you have to get more sleep, and I think you need more quiet as well. Kind of try to stay away from overstimulation, anything that's very loud. You'll want to kind of try to move away from that, because we want soothing energy, we want calm energy. Anything that's going to alert you or anything like that, we want to kind of stay away from. during this part of the healing journey for you. Okay. So I also think that going into meditation is going to be very helpful for you. And there's going to be a lot of insights about you, your past life, the karma that you've been carrying into this life through meditation. So you're going to receive that information. And it's information that you can trust. Okay. And it's going to make a lot of sense to you. It really is going to clear up a lot. And it's going to help you to heal that part of yourself that you've been struggling with. Okay. So let's go ahead and get one more card. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is relief, like you're seeking spiritual relief. You actually got 2 cards, pile number 3, so we're going to go ahead and keep them. You're doing great. You're doing wonderful. Okay, you know, everything is forgiven as long as you forgive yourself. That's what Spirit's saying here. I forgive you. You have to forgive yourself, okay? We have integrity. You demonstrate the truth and honesty of your soul, and you manifest love with every action. Okay, so this is standing in your truth, all right, and being honest with your soul, okay? And learning to stand in your integrity, because I feel like in the past you have really, you have not stood in your truth or your integrity, okay? You have allowed that to become broken, and that has broken a part of you. And so this is building that integrity back up, and it's starting with your truth, your honesty with yourself, okay? We also have responsibility. You are aware of the power of your thoughts and the amount of love you express. Okay, so this is being loving with yourself, taking responsibility for not being loving with yourself, okay, for allowing yourself to have abusive thoughts towards yourself, okay, reinforcing the people who have hurt you's behavior. So this is taking responsibility for your own thoughts, the way you think about yourself, and the way you express your affection, your attention towards yourself. It's time to take responsibility for that and start being more loving, okay? So the signs I have here, I have Cancerian energy, I have Leo energy, okay? I have Sagittarius energy, I have Libra, I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, okay? I have Aquarius and more Taurus, all right? So that's the reading I have for you, pile number 3. I'm wishing you the best of luck, and I hope it could be healing in some way for you. I will talk to you later. Bye.